Hi, I'm Ashley Park, and I teach AP English Literature and dual credit English here at Tompkins. And I'm also the NHS advisor and the English department chair. So Tompkins was my third school. I actually taught at a junior high before this, and then I taught at Morton Ranch. And I had the unique ability of being here whenever Tompkins opened. And so just being able to build that culture, to see everything that's happened over these years from going from a really small space to what we have now. And just seeing, I always think about Mr. Gristell's big line was that we'll win at everything that we do. And we truly have seen people win at so many things over these 13 years. So it's interesting to think about when we first opened, when we would come in the spring before we opened, the road literally didn't pass Rylander. There was no way to go. You had to go all the way around to Katy Gaston. We just kept hoping that they would blow the road out in time. There was a point our first year where we housed the entirety of Rylander Elementary because they had some sort of electrical issue, and we put all of the small children in the freshman center, and our kids would go down and read to them during the day for the few days that they were here. And so to go from that to the year that we had 4,100 people and we were busting at the seams, it's been interesting to just kind of see that change and how many people that we've had over the years. So I think those first 2 years were really special. Or I guess the first three, because I taught a lot of those kids twice. And so I had them as sophomores because that was as far as the school went. And then I had the ability to have them again as seniors. So there are a lot of those kids that I still keep in touch with, just able to see all of the things. Some of them have gone on to be employed here as teachers. Some of them just have had other really unique things happen in their lives. And so those are the really special memories just because I got to know them so well. I think just what a tremendous experience this would be. We've had kids go to incredible schools, go on to have just remarkable experiences. And I think I was nervous to open a new school, and to just do something different. But to be able to just see what we've been able to build here and all of the things that the students have brought, I think would probably put me at ease. Gosh, I think about those first years. I had a kid get a full ride to Harvard, and he worked so hard, and it was such a neat thing for his family. I think about that all the time and how excited we all were for him. Whenever my first kid went to Yale, I think about she was the first person in her family to get to go to a prestigious college. Just so many neat stories like that, and the things that they're doing now. So I think that, we used to have in-person meetings before COVID. We would have tons of people come in. And so there were lots of fun meeting times. But probably my funniest NHS memory was the year that we did Show You Care with Underwear. And we did a drive for local homeless facilities. And everybody got a real kick out of the name. But I'll never forget the people coming and saying what an impact that just necessities made. And so we don't think about, a $10 pack of socks. That seems commonplace for us, but the ability of the number of people that we were able to help. And so anytime we're able to do something that has a direct outreach to the community, it's really important. Yeah, I think that it's really sad to me that teaching doesn't seem to be a profession that a lot of people are pushing anymore. There are lots of teacher-led university programs that aren't making it because it's just not deemed to be quite as, a lucrative position. But I think about the impact that every single day you get to have makes. No day is ever the same. And I think if you just think about the teachers that you had in school and why they were impactful, you can be that person for somebody else. And so yes, it may not be the profession that makes, as much money as a doctor or something like that, but it has such a tremendous impact every single day. And we need people who are willing to do that and who are willing to be those role models and mentors for students.
Tompkins is different because of the climate and the culture that we've worked to create and to try to make, especially on the athletic end of the school, more like a family. And I think if you would talk to the different sports teams and athletes, I think that they would agree that we try to really make it be a family in terms of supporting one another, supporting programs, coaches supporting coaches, and I think that makes Tompkins very different from a lot of the places that I've coached at before. The biggest changes, I think we started out very small, about 800 kids when the school opened, and we got up to about 4,000 kids, and now we've kind of settled down at around 3,000. So just, I think the difference in the numbers of kids that have fluctuated over the years. You're not supposed to have favorites, right? I think that my current team that I coach is always one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to coaching the 25-26 team. But one of my most memorable teams is the 16-17 team, which was the first varsity team that I coached here at Tompkins. And we were super blessed, and I think that runs into some luck at some point, but we made it to the regional semifinals in our first year of varsity competition, and I'm super proud of that. And it's always a testament to the players. We've had some really good players come through the basketball program, and I look forward to coaching this 25-26 team. It's endless. It really is endless, but hopefully this doesn't go out on social media because it would become poster board or locker room material. But anytime we beat the folks over on Fry Road or over on Highway 90, the Red School and the Orange School is always pretty exciting. Well, obviously we like to win basketball games. At the end of the day, we do all this to try to put W's up, but that's not why I do what I do. I had it instilled in me a long time ago to, be a strong, confident, independent woman, and that's something that my dad instilled in me and taught me. And I just try to use basketball as the vehicle and the avenue of trying to teach the young girls that I coach to also learn how to be strong, confident, and independent women as they go through their high school years. And I consider it a success when they go out and they're more successful than they ever thought they would be and more successful than me.